Oh, right, this thing says I'm alive. Or is it Memorex? I don't know. Am I really here? Or am I really there? Or am I somewhere else? See, Heartland HQ, Duncan Tank is in here. Mama Linda's in here.
Yeah, my Mama Linda.
That's all I see so far. Ain't got no lurkers yet. So we shall see. Y'all may notice I got rid of the glow. Unscrewed the bolts. I get favor.
You want?
Please.
I do my best.
I know. Kind of hard with a baby in your arm.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Right.
So, what y'all up to? I'm up to 5'4". Yes, they stack it that high. Make sure y'all hearing me, or is it taking a minute? It had an error thing when I first popped up. Well, ain't nobody too talkative yet.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Playing game, Piggy?
Well, I'm kind of waiting to see somebody say something. Might be a little early for others to come in yet. Of course, there might be any number of functions going on right now, and everybody's busy with them. Part of it.
Girl.
Yeah, she's the last of that litter.
Yeah. Ray's last of his, she's last of hers.
And Tank, he's his own thing. She's got a stew going on.
It's something. I don't know if it's a stew or what it is, but it's something.
What kind of meat is that?
It is stew meat, but I've got mixed veggies and corn and green beans and taters and carrots and tomato sauce all in there with some seasoning.
It's smelling good, folks. That's what I know.
It's a beef stew soup.
Beef stew, soup, stew, whatever you want to call it. It smells good.
Mm-hmm. It is smelling good.
With a capital G. Maybe I should screw them bulbs back in. They could tolerate me better.
Mm-hmm.
I know I am hard to look at. It is terrible.
I know they're saying.
Huh?
I'm sure there's someone being here saying.
Well, I'm sure they will. Just give it time. I'll be advertising that one movie. You build it, they will come.
So you build it and they will come.
According to that movie, it was a baseball thing.
Oh, Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Build it and they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
Mm-hmm. I only doubtful sometimes, but it might be true. I don't know.
Well, you know, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Hey, there's Tina Rainy Ridge.
Dana, where's Piggy? I saw that big charcuterie board y'all made. That was nice. And that little pink piggy and the piece of wood. I told you I did not order a self portrait. She's in the house. Well, all right. Fliggy! Well, let's see. We went Friday, had the car worked on. Got that wheel speed sensor replaced on the left front. On the way home, it was doing a lot better, but at higher RPMs and speeds, at one point, I did make it code. Flicky! How you doing? Got a boyfriend yet? I'm waiting. It went to blinking. It went off. So I called him and told him about it. Told him what was up once we got back. So we're going in tomorrow morning for him to put it on the diagnostics and check it out to see which one is still being a problem. We may eventually have to replace them all if there's 4 of them. I'm hoping they ain't but 2. You laughing at the boyfriend thing? I'm waiting on the day to see you with a boyfriend.
Hey, Mama Linda.
Maybe something serious.
Hey, Jesse.
But I'll tell you, like I told her little cousin Misty, you find one, he better all but walk on water. Or I'm going to have Eric get a hold of him. If Tina don't beat him to it. I told her cousin Missy that. Sure enough, she went out and she found one that all but walks on water. He works hard. He sacrifices their kids. Let's just say he'd rock orange for them kids. He'd rock orange for Misty, but he wouldn't think twice about rocking orange for his kids. So out of the three daughters, she was the one that found the best one.
Well, so far, now Sarah's the one she's with now. He's upstanding, works hard, and he'd do the same for his kids.
Well, that's good. She didn't start out that way.
No.
Her Sarah's the oldest one, and just got to say, if she had wanted to be a model, she could have been way up there with it. She's gorgeous.
They got their mama's Native American looks.
Maybe, but she's the finest looking squaw I've ever seen.
Mm.
Misty, she was the middle child. A lot of things were always made about everybody else but her. We took her out for a day at the mall up here at Hamilton Place Mall, biggest one in the area at the time. Pretty large. And she'd ask, where we was going. I said, I don't know. We're following you. This is about you, girl. She ate that day up. And she thanks the world of the piggy. We went to a funeral. We was driving the van. Just so happened to be a day that Elaine drove. I sat in the passenger seat. Well, Misty had learned that we had arrived, and she come out there to greet us. But she was starting towards the driver's side door. She saw me get out the passenger side door. She went like this. Over to me. Elaine standing there like, RW Farmstead. How y'all doing? Vicky, as far as you're concerned, I know what you're doing. You're not waiting on the one that's gold. You're waiting on the one that is a gold mine. And I'm not talking about money wise either. I'm talking about right here. And that's what I mean by he better all but walk on water. Because if we don't, I'll be upset. And I'll be telling your mom and daddy to, hey, get busy. Y'all know what to do. Anyway, we got to take the car back up there tomorrow, have that checked out to see which other one it is, and then save up next month to be able to get it done. And we might finally be able to romp on the gas, hit passenger, and get some going. And don't get me wrong, it's already better enough that I can get on it a bit. It'll get out there. Well, there is that, Tana. But that wouldn't stop y'all from doing what y'all do. It's just not in your blood to just be took care of. Y'all like to do for yourself. And I can see that happen. Y'all be like, yeah, okay, appreciate the new car, but I got to get to work. Y'all just that kind of people. Me and Lane has always talked about, if we ever hit the lottery or come into the major amounts of cash or something somehow, we'd get us some simple things to set ourselves up. We'd still shop the way she shops. And we still do the way we do. That's right. See, I know you. In fact, pretty much everybody I've got on my subscriber list is the same type of people. You like to do for yourself. Don't mind a nice gift here and there. That's all right. You like to do for yourself. That's how we like to do. We have had to have help, and the battery went dead on the car. We was in a pickle. Dang, people come out the woodwork, help us out. My little sis bought me a battery, and the other sis, her and Adrian, they came down. Of course, her mama had a lot to do with that. Because she'd told Dana, said, Michael needs help. And here they come. Yeah, Avid, you're exactly like that.
Hi, Abby.
Y'all are some of the types you'd rather lose a leg than to be a leech. But that time with the car, the battery and all like that, help came pouring out the woodwork. Y'all could ask Dana, my other sis. Since she was here, she saw the waterworks.
A lot of people help us.
Yeah.
It blow my mind.
So later down the road, we stopped at a Circle K. I was going to get me a little something. And there was this lady there, parked a few parking spaces down. I saw her coming. She just had that look and way about her body language, the way she slowly and timidly approached us. Asked if we had any change or anything she could get her some gas with. And the lady was like, well, we don't carry money on us. And I told the lady, I said, how much change we got in that console? I know it's got to be a good bit. We got it out. I was counting it out, and I got to a certain point, and she's like, that'd be plenty right there. And I said, where do you live? She told me where she lives. I said, honey, that would barely get you there, much less back out to get gas. She had lost her purse, and she was trying to get somewhere 20 plus miles away. May have been further than that.
Is over Murray County somewhere on Chatsworth?
Way up North Murray.
Yeah, that was from where we were at. That's probably been a good 25, 28 miles or better.
Yeah. And she was going to accept an amount that might have got her there, but it wouldn't have got her back out to get gas. So I kept counting, and she's like, you really don't have to go that much. I said, there's plenty of change here. I need to empty out my console anyhow. I said, I've been looking for a way to get rid of it anyhow. And I told her, I said, besides, had some people help me out of a real bad jam. I said, I'm just paying it forward. That's how it is with us, Tina. If it wasn't for God, we wouldn't get we would not even be here, much less have made it this far. But So anyway, I counted out almost $14 worth of change. And gave it to her. And I told her, I said, God was good to me. I said, this is him giving me a chance to be a blessing to somebody else. And haven't seen her since. Likely never will. She's probably going to swear she met an angel. But I was going to get my little something something at a different Circle K that we normally go to. Well, their Wi-Fi was down. Their internet. So we went down to one further down, closer to Dalton. And that's where I met that woman.
That's where we were meant to be that night.
That's what, yeah. God worked that out so I would be there for that woman. And I talked to her about God, and I said, this is a God thing. So I told her, I said, we're going to get my little something at that other Circle K up there at Barnell. I said, their internet was down. So we came here. I told her, I said, that's called God working things out to where we're at where we need to be to give and get help the way he meant it to happen.
Yep. You right now?
He's a Bigfoot. It's going to take more than that to keep him down. Not that I don't feel for you, Abbott. I'm just trying to make light of it a little bit for you. She won't out.
Well,
You're gonna put her out. Okay.
I'm gonna put her out. There you go.
She must have been scratching the chair.
No, I was putting her out before she started.
Well, not the same difference.
Yeah, because she started a while ago and she ran the food bowl.
Yeah.
Out the door.
So I received a ton of help. God gave me the chance to be a blessing to somebody else. And I wasn't going to turn that down. It wasn't a lot to me. Well, it is, but, you know, for people that we are. But what it must have seemed to be to her, you know, difference between being able to get home or being stranded. The band's still the same, Avid. I haven't been able to get to it, and when we get the money up, we're probably going to have it towed up there to North Georgia and let my boys work on it.
All right, Mama Linda, you have a good evening. Take care of yourself, sweetheart.
Night, Mama Linda. We love you. And just let them take care of it when the time comes for us to be able to have the money to have it done. Because I can't do it. That time comes, I'll throw that left front wheel back on it, let them put it up on a rollback, take it up to Clay, and have him take care of that. Because what parts I don't have for it, he'll supply the parts and everything. What I get with that is a guarantee that something goes wrong with the work they do, parts or labor, they'll take care of it free of charge. They've done that for me too many times for me not to trust in that. Well, if you do, Avid, Uh, Probably won't be no bathroom or nothing available. This house is such shape. I really don't want anybody coming in and seeing it. We hope one day God's going to make a move and get us another place. But anywho, but if that's what you want to do, if that's what God puts on your heart, I can't stop it. Won't try. But what I've told you is the plans that we have at the moment. So you'll get you something out of it, huh? Yeah, it's old, it's run down, it hadn't been maintained properly. I started to, and then some things got involved that stopped me from being able to do some things. This bathroom's been in that shape ever since. The other stuff they've done with it, if something goes wrong with the plumbing, they'll have to call a plumber because they messed it up so bad you can't get under there anymore at all. I was sitting there looking at it like, well, that's brilliant. And, you know, 50, 70 years ago, it was a good house for what it was. But the electrical in it is probably at least 70 years old. 20 years ago, I replaced light switches that came from the 1950s. The last 2 or 3 years, the main cable from the transformer to the house, some guys from the electric company was doing some work over that way towards my neighbors. And I was able to get them to come over here and look at that main wire and ask them if they thought it needed to be replaced. I already knew it did. The guy took one look at it and he got some guys over there and they replaced that cable right then. So he said, "Yep, that's long past needing replaced." I said, "I kind of thought so." Yeah, smaller sections cleared off, you'd be able to sell it for more piecemeal, just like parting out a car. You got an old car that you can't really do much with, but people are looking for parts. You part it out, you'll make more off of it than what if you did selling it whole.
It's back in the strawberry cinnamon dark chocolate cake. Enjoy it, Abby.
Yeah, I'll let you have all that you want. Me and chocolate don't get along. It kicks my butt and puts me on the floor dead. R&W, you're right, it does sound interesting. I'm sure it would be good. But unless I'm willing to take my last breath, I won't take no part. Yep. Maybe get some homesteaders out there. The good kind of people. You're more than welcome to it, Tina. Don't bother me a bit. But there was a time I'd been like, oh man, why does it have to be all the way up there? Now I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Won't be me. And the strange part is, it don't bother me. As much as I once loved chocolate, it does not bother me to not be able to partake in it. Because I know what it'll do. Eating that would be like grabbing a cobra and asking it to bite me.
Are you asking it to bite you or begging it to bite you?
Either one works. That or a black mama. At least it'd be quicker than chocolate.
Yeah.
But both are a guaranteed death. Cost you 40 acres. Why is that? Not your level of hot sauce, Avid. I can't hang with that. Oh, yeah? How come y'all can't hardly get to it? Just time management problem? Don't have the time? Because I'm not at that level of heat tolerance, Avid. I'm not Johnny Small Pepper. I can go as far as a hot sauce made with habanero and using it very lightly, but that's the extent of my heat tolerance. Okay, so he's going to make 40 acres available and able to get to, and he gets that 40 acres, but you got another 40 acres you're going to sell off. I'm confused. Anything above what I told you, Avid, would scorch me. That's not to say do not send some and us try it, but I can't guarantee that we'd use it once we tried it.
Okay. That makes sense. It's basically he's paying for the survey, the cleaning, and the building the roads, and gets 40 acres of land. But it's going to be for the whole. He's having the whole farm to survey, roads, all that.
Okay.
In other words, that's his payment for doing.
Yeah, he gets 40 acres for doing roads and surveying and making the farm more accessible to y'all, what y'all are left with. And he gets 40 acres that he'll probably sell off. How many acres do you got anyway? I know you told me once, I just don't remember.
$260 acres.
Oh wow.
And, the
and he's going to do the whole farm. Yeah, he's going to earn that 40 acres.
Yeah.
And once the rest of it is made accessible, you can probably sell off some, like you said, small lots and make a good bit off of that. And get it down to a size that y'all can actually manage and actually use while making a good chunk.
He's 40 to build his own car. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that works too. So you'll be left with 220 to figure out what you're going to do with. I want a place that's half an acre to 2 acres, snuggled up against something like National Forestry or something, where guaranteed nobody can build around me. Oh, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be in the city either. But that's what I'd want, is something small, and we'd take and kill everything off, and for the most part, and put a lot of pavers of concrete and put raised beds and all like that. And all that to where, any fencing or landscaping be prepared around to where there's no grass grows up around it. That way, just take a lawnmower, go around all the edges, know what grass is left. That'd be it. Wouldn't be no weed eating, wouldn't be no tree trimming or bush trimming or but do you want her that close? If it were me in that situation, I wouldn't want mine that close. And I'd be looking at him and go, oh, heck no. Well, then I guess you got your answer then, don't you? You just tell her, say, look, we want to rebuild something ourselves, and you want the same spot we planned on. Sorry, it can't happen. I mean, I can love you, not like you. I can love you because you're related to me, but I don't have to like you. And I don't like you. So there you go. I ain't talked to mine in years. Brother, not a sister. And it don't bother me a bit. I ain't talked to those that own this house in a couple of years now. 2 years. It don't bother me a bit. I don't like them.
Yeah, I'm the one been doing all the talking.
Yeah. I ain't got no further use for them. Finally got the troll to admit they don't care what anybody else has to say. She expects them to just sit there and listen to what she says is the gospel gold, even though she's wrong. Well, you just put your foot down and let her know, no, that's the spot we've got picked up to rebuild us something.
Buy her a park and say, here, go to Minnesota.
Yeah, what she had to say to that, Tina? Didn't like it. Still expects you to give her the spot she wants. Oh, so she wants you to move out so she can move in, huh? No, that ain't happening. Tell it like it is. And no, this is my spot. I'm working on it. If it's that bad, I wouldn't even offer her a spot on the back of the farm. And when you get that work done, you find a little 2-acre spot back there somewhere and say, however much that piece of property costs, and you can have it. We built this up. I'm not, and I'm not going to just hand part of it over to you. Oh, well, offer a spot on the back part of the farm then. Just because your name's on it too, I'm the one living here, one been living here, one been working on it, one been building it up. Well, Evan, from what she just said, her sister's name is on the property too, so that gives her a bit of a problem. So just pick her a spot out on the back part of the farm and say, take it or leave it. But you ain't getting this spot. And you ain't getting a spot close to me either. I don't want you that close. Right, Evan. I was told all the work being done here, surveying it off and everything, was for that, so that should something happen to the troll, I'd have this house in an acre. And because my sibling is just like her, he'll cheat you in a heartbeat. The sad thing is she'd be giving him what 80% of the property. I suspect she has 4 acres. She claims
So
she has 3.
75%, yeah. Because she gave him 3 and you 1.
Yeah. We suspect she has 4 acres here. She already has what, Dana? We suspect she has 4. She claims she has 3. If it's 3, my sibling gets a newer, slightly better house and 2 acres. If it's 4, he gets that house and 3 acres. I get 1. I'm the one that's always been here.
We're the only ones that ever does anything for her.
Oh, how's she cheat you? And but I'm the one that's always been here. I've always been the one that helped do the heavy stuff needed done, while my sibling couldn't fix his own roof without me being there to figure it out for him. And then after I fixed the roof, except for putting the shingles back on, told him how to fix the roof. Oh, team, our last name. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, every one of you stood around and watched me as I did the work, and y'all going to call it a team effort? That's what I was thinking. That's kind of how the troll looks at things. Use that against her, Tina. Get a lawyer, show that to him, make her relinquish any claims on the property. And you'll get that entire property in your name. Yeah, well, you can buy it back. You can take that evidence, show it to a lawyer, tell him what you need done and why, and he'll get it to where her name is no longer on that property because she doesn't have right to it. If you paid off the majority of the loan against it. Get a lawyer, take that evidence, get her name off the property. He can get it done. Because when you had to pay back the majority of the loan that was made against the property, she relinquished any rights to it. Mama Bear!
Hey, Mama Bear.
That's just what I would do. And that will solve a lot of problems. Check into it. See what you can find out. I'm willing to bet you can get it done. And that will definitely change her mind about going back up north. She won't have a choice. Now, Abbott, she has to do something that's legal. She can't do the old backcountry rules anymore like they used to a long time ago. Especially since she works with a badge. Of course, she might know a little bit more about how to get away with it, but that would still be kind of bad. So she has to find a legal route. And talking to a lawyer with the evidence of her having to pay back that loan, especially if it was a large percentage of that loan, of her part, of her sister's part too. Yeah, she should be able to get the whole property put in her name and her sister's name took off of it for that purpose and reason alone. Shh, Abby. She is a badge. Better be careful. I bet you have, Tina. But you know what? I don't do bad things like that. Not because I don't want to, but because I know if I leave it alone, God will take care of it one way or another sooner or later. And He'll do a much better job of it. Hopefully only until January. You thinking about retiring, quitting, something? Well, that'll give you more time for the shop. What are you lost on, Mama Bear? Current conversation is she's having work done on her property. She's got a sister whose name is on the property as well as hers. The sister is wanting the spot she's living in to live on.
We're saying she can't have it.
And Tina told me about they once took a loan out on the property together, but Tina's the one that had to pay most all of it off. Most all of her sister's part too. I'm telling her to take the evidence of that to a lawyer and see if what he can't get her sister's name off the property, because as far as I'm concerned, she forfeited any rights to that property when she failed to pay her part of that loan. Does that pretty well sum it up, Tina? Oh, Lord, that really means for it to stick. Epoxy and feathers. And Tina does have a lot of epoxy on hand.
She ran into the table and fell all over her.
Yep. Film it. And have whoever pushes her into that table off screen. It looks like she ran into the table. She fell all into that epoxy and she ran out and run into the chicken coop. Got all them feathers on her.
Yeah, we're mean.
Ain't we though?
Mm-hmm.
Me and a buddy of mine in the Marine Corps, we thought up the torture. Well, I thought of it, most of it. You take the guy you intend to torture, tie him up to a chair naked, get a belly dancer or something in there to kind of get him excited. You can take a glass tube, stick it inside of a fiberglass tube, stick it down in, then just look at the guy and smile and go,
Piggy's mean.
then tell him to go take a leak. Oh, I've had to too. Any fellas in here, I hope I didn't make you cringe with that torture I devised. Of course, I can see a lot of women wanting to do that. The difference is the women would smile. Gleefully.
Probably.
Y'all heard it from a woman.
I'd say would. I'd say probably.
Oh, if they flip your switch like Cheryl did that day, you would in a heartbeat and smile about it.
Their carpet close by the neighbors have
Oops. Yes, ma'am, they are. That would probably take that torture device and make it even worse. Because men are nowhere near as devious as women. Yeah, you got men here at a kindergarten level compared to a woman who's got 4 doctorates in deviousness. I bet you didn't learn everything, Avid. I've been the victim of women's deviousness. And I've paid for it ever since. Because of that, that's why I despise drug dealers worse than anything out there. I'll just say that. Women can be devious bad enough being a good woman. You got bad women. Well, Tina, I'm sure you've seen plenty of examples of that. And then the men pay the cost of their deviousness, even when they don't deserve it. Well, I've been on here about an hour. Ain't a whole heck of a lot going on. I could talk about all that's going on up on the hill, but I'd be speaking to the choir. But that's it. I think I'm going to let y'all go and continue on with your evenings, and I'm going to sit here and fiddle and whatnot.
Eat a bottle of soup, Stu. Stu.
Maybe a little. I'm still kind of full from those sandwiches.
Okay.
But I know she's anxious.
Well, not really anxious. My stomach's burning. I just want to get a little bit of it.
Strawberry cream cheese frosting. Boy, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. See you, Mama Bear. Y'all think about it. Piggy loves you.